Welcome back to Soch in Motion. We are in episode 10 and Avi, how many kilometers have we clocked in?
So far we've clocked in 1,350 getting to Gulbarga.
Yes. So today we've met a whole lot of teachers and educators, and there was one conversation that I think is important to make today. You know, when you asked everybody in the room, they all mentioned that numbers intimidate them. They hold a very good portfolio. They are principals, not just student teachers, functional heads. But they said numbers intimidate them. What was your thought at that point of time?
So I think what that is an example of is that it has nothing to do with your level of education, right? We had the same answer out of the farmers.
Yes.
We have the same answer out of educated women. So that whole fear it's essentially a fear of the unknown. It sounds complicated, it sounds intimidating, therefore I'm not going to study it. I think that's at the end of the day what we are trying to break. What we've got to change is that it is not, we've got to change their soch as well, right?
Yes.
That it is not scary, it is not intimidating, it is something that you need to spend time on. And it just goes to show that education is not necessarily an automatic pass to understanding financial. There's education and then there's financial education.
Yes. And then when you were addressing everybody in the hall today, you again asked them a question saying, are you involved in taking decisions or on financial matters, and where do you put your money? It could be even gold, but do they take those decisions? And very few hands went up. Again. Yeah.
So we had roughly about 7 to 10% of the hands that might have gone up, and that's obviously much lower than. Well, I wouldn't say that's lower. That's about the same as what we would expect. But I think that has to change, and that is exactly why we're getting in, talking about this, developing the knowledge. And I do think that at the end of the conversation, I think a lot of them felt comfortable enough to say, okay, you know what, I can at least try and get more information about this and get myself more educated on it. So that's a positive.
Yes, it was. And I think the last question, Avi, for you in this conversation is that they were all very curious to know, what do I invest in? They said, this is all fine, looks good. Yes, we are convinced that mutual funds are an interesting investment avenue. But a question that constantly came to Avi, and I love the way you answered it, was, how do I and where do I invest? Do not put me onto somebody else now. Standing on stage as an authority, tell us where should we invest? Avi, do you want to share?
So I think, where do you invest? How do you invest? I think these are all very valid questions, and I don't blame them for asking, because they're looking for an answer, right? And it is still a little bit of concern around, do I understand it? Do I want to try and understand it? And I think the answer is the same, which is to say that, listen, at the end of the day, you need to take control. The whole idea of Change the Soch is that you need to take control of what you are investing in. You need to understand it. If you understand what you're investing in, you will have more conviction in what you're investing in. And I think that's that first step that we need to move towards in terms of getting them to understand. And I think we're making some progress there.
Yes.
So it is encouraging.
Absolutely. This was our first set of interactions with educators right here in Gulbarga. We enjoyed meeting them and interacting. I hope you're enjoying this conversation. Support us, show us your love, and all the links in the bio below. See you in the next episode.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.